Hey guys, this is Nestor again, and I know everybody wants to create leverage in life, right? I mean, this, that I know that that's been my dream for a while now because, I ever since I remembered, I ever wanted to work. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody wants that, but I really didn't want to work. I mean, I actually, stayed longer in school, stayed longer in college, not necessarily because my parents wanted to, just but because I really didn't want to go into the work, life. So I mean, I was, generating, getting financial aid basically, and so I was like, might as well just stay here, so. I mean, to be honest, I actually, went to college for 8 years. I stayed in college for 8 years because I didn't want to get into the work area. I got an AA, a bachelor's, a minor. I got everything I could, all the classes I could. It was funny because even when I was in community college and I needed to transfer into a university, my counselor said that I had 90 units over what I could transfer. So I was 90 units over from when I went to a university. So that's how bad I didn't want to go into the working area. And to be honest, I've only actually had probably like maybe like 6.5, 6-7 years of a job, really, of a real job. And 4 of those years have actually been because me learning when I took the when I started working at Pizza Hut. But it was just because they had such a great training platform for managers that I joined. I went through the whole process and I became general manager, and they trained me. So four of those years were actually more like school. So, but I know still getting paid to go to school. But the reason I really say this is because creating leverage. That when I read the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I saw a business, and I was like, I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with this idea of cash flow, about leveraging, right? I mean, and the reason that I didn't want to go to, I didn't want to work was because, I saw my parents, working so much, I saw other people working so much, and I knew that I did not want that for me. I didn't want to spend the whole rest of my life working, right? So when I heard this about leverage, how I can grab, I can 1 hour of work can actually turn into 10 hours of payment, right? I devoted my whole life to it. My goal, my 10-year goal has been, my why has been, because I don't want to get a job. I mean, that's truly what my why has been. Every time I feel like I want to quit on my goal, every time I feel like I just want to give up, my why continues to strengthen me, which is basically, I don't want to work, and working not necessarily means, not working hard, right? It's just not having a job, right? I mean, I don't want a job. I work hard, I work a lot of hours. I mean, when I had my restaurant, I worked a lot of hours. That's like having my own job, but it didn't feel as much because it was mine, right? It was, all these businesses are my businesses, right? So with leverage, I mean, leverage it's amazing, because if you can find the way to leverage yourself, it'll just transform your life, right? I mean, right now, and I'm leveraging as much as I can right now, and I haven't, I sold my restaurant about a year ago, and a little bit more than a year ago, and I've been fine without a job, without anything, right? I mean, I've been able to leverage what I have. So I do invite you, look at that video underneath where Mike, talks about how he experienced leverage this past Sunday. I mean, that video, it inspired me. I mean, I was amazed by it. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Leverage is, the best leverage is where you don't do anything and you still get paid, right? I mean, that's amazing. So, little short, went a little longer than what I thought this video, guys, but I'll see you next time, and this is Nestor signing off.